Have you ever tried smoking beef back ribs only to end up with something dry or tough? You're not alone, but don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to smoke your beef back ribs so that they come out tender, juicy, and packed with that smoky flavor you crave. We'll cover everything from how long to smoke them, the best wood to use, and the secret to keeping them juicy the whole way through. By then, you'll have all the tips and tricks to make ribs so good, your neighbors will be peeking over the fence with their mouths watering. Let's get started by prepping your beef back ribs. First, trim off any excess fat. You don't need to remove all of it, just enough to expose the meat. A little fat will help keep the ribs juicy while they cook, but too much fat can cause flare-ups, so you want to find the sweet spot. Make sure to also remove any silver skin. This is the memory on the back of the ribs, and it doesn't break down during the cook. And it can make the texture a little tough. Just slide a knife under it and pull it off. Now there are some people that say don't remove the silver skin because it actually holds the juices in and it holds the ribs together so that you don't end up with a pile of mush. And I would say that's true, but I would also at least put some slits in the silver skin to make it a little less chewy. Now for the seasoning. I like to keep it simple with salt, pepper, and garlic, and maybe some paprika. You can get fancy with your ribs, but these basics work really well. Rub the seasoning in evenly so that the ribs get a nice coating. This helps create the bark later on. And don't be shy with your seasoning. Be sure to cover every inch of it. That bark we're talking about is going to give the ribs tons of flavor, so that seasoning should really soak in. What's your go-to seasoning for ribs? Let me know in the comments. I always love trying new combinations. Now, let's talk about wood. For beef ribs, I recommend using hickory or oak. These woods give off a bold, hearty smoke flavor that pairs perfectly with beef. If you want a slicey, milder flavor, you can use fruit woods like apple or cherry. These add a touch of sweetness without overpowering the meat. You don't need a ton of wood, just enough to keep the smoke going. And a good rule of thumb is to add a few chunks to your smoker and keep an eye on the smoke for the output. Too much smoke can make your ribs taste bitter, so moderation is key. If you're new to backyard barbecue and want a little extra help with cooking times and temperatures, I've got a free guide that'll make things super easy for you. It covers everything from meats to veggies and is perfect for getting started. Just drop a 100 in the comments below and I'll send it your way. Alright, the smoker setup is next. Preheat it to 225 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's answer the question, how long to smoke beef back ribs at 225? Well, it takes about 4 to 5 hours for the ribs to be done. But keep in mind that this can vary depending on the thickness of the ribs and the consistency of your smoker's heat. When setting up your smoker, make sure that the temperature stays between 225 to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Place the ribs bone side down on the smoker grates. The bones act as a barrier between the direct heat and the meat, keeping your ribs from drying out. Once the ribs are in place, you want to monitor the smoke and keep checking in on those ribs every hour. I like using a digital thermometer to track the internal temperature. And it's worth investing in one, as it helps make sure you're not guessing. Keeping the ribs moist is another important part of smoking. So should you wrap your beef back ribs when smoking? Yes. Wrapping your ribs in foil helps lock in moisture, and you want to do it after about 2 hours of smoking. Wrapping traps in all the juices and makes the ribs super tender. However, if you prefer to leave them unwrapped, you can spritz your ribs every 30 minutes with apple cider vinegar or some apple juice, or like I am here with some pineapple juice to keep them moist. Spritzing them with these types of liquids gives your ribs that tangy flavor and helps keep the surface moist without losing that smoky taste. Either way, the goal is to avoid letting them dry out. A tip here is to make sure that the bark is set before you spritz. If you don't, then you're going to be washing away all that seasoning. So how do you know when your beef ribs are done? The easiest way is to check the internal temperature. You're aiming for around 200 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. And at this point, the ribs should be tender. If they're not quite there, keep cooking them and check them every 15 minutes until they are. Another way to check is the bend test. Use tongs to lift the ribs. If they bend easily and the meat starts to crack, you know they're done. If you want that perfect crispy bark, leave the ribs uncovered for the last 30 minutes of smoking. This lets the seasoning set and gives you that deep, rich, flavorful crust. But be careful. Not paying attention here can mean the difference between beautifully caramelized and burnt. So keep an eye on them. Now, let's talk about glazing. Do you like your ribs sticky and saucy, or do you prefer them with that extra bite from the bark? If you're a sauce person, here's the move. When your ribs are about 5 to 10 degrees away from that perfect 200 to 205 degrees finish, brush on your favorite barbecue sauce. Let them sit on the smoker for a few more minutes so that the sauce can set and get nice and tacky. Then you're ready to dig in. So that's exactly how you can smoke beef back ribs to get that deep, smoky flavor and that perfect tenderness. But here's the thing, this is just one way to smoke incredible ribs. But what happens when you cook them in a vertical barrel smoker? The results might surprise you. Click on this video right here to see how I cook my ribs in the pit barrel cooker and why this method might just become your new favorite. I'll see you there.